Hello there. This video is an announcement of the adventure that is coming up here in a couple days. And I also have a couple new gears that I will be talking about a little bit later on, things that I try out. But first, about the adventure. I always wanted to ride the remainder of the state. Back a long time ago, I was riding from Omaha to Ames on the bike in 2 days, and always thought like, hey, I'm gonna ride the rest over to the east border of Iowa as well. And so I started looking into that ride, planned out the route that I want to go, and then saw directly at the Quad Cities that there was a cool little trail going out along a canal, along a canal all the way to Chicago. So that's the Hennepin Canal and T&M Canal, I think. And then you reach southern Chicago. And then planning continued on. And I basically went all the way to Washington, D.C. and have a route planned. And the amazing part about that route is you have the Gap Canal as well, the C&O Canal, and several other trails. So from Iowa, from my home door all the way to DC, I would be riding only about a tiny bit more than 30% of the way on roads. Everything else is on trails. So that sounded really, really, really intriguing. And that's what I'm gonna attempt here. So my goal is not just to get to the state border, but extend it further and enjoy those other trails as well. Here we have the complete route from Iowa all the way to DC, and it's a total of 1,300 and something miles. If we scroll down, here is the cool part about the breakdown on what kind of a path or road we are traveling on. And if you're highlighting it, we see right here is 4% state routes, so those are the fat white markers. Then we see 23% roads and 5% streets, and then we already are done. So that's a pretty low road percentage there that we have. So the cycleway is fairly large, so I hit several cycleways in Iowa, a few in Illinois, obviously the Canal Trail. Indiana, there's also some cycleways, and then through Ohio, and then we hit the Gap and C&O Trail there. So unfortunately this year is kind of split up between single track, the path, and the cycleway. But that's really the part that was exciting to me, that is so much on that large of a distance is on a cycleway, and those really seem to be cool path to be riding on. On the road sections, which is quite a bit in Ohio and Indiana, I was selecting roads that are very small roads and staying away from the traffic. Oh, another thing that is pretty cool is right here at the end, I'm going over the Appalachian Mountains, and there's a nice peak to go up, and that's actually something that excites me. I'm not too worried about having to go up there, but it's kind of a cool difference. It's a challenge. It's something definitely that I look forward to seeing. So it's great to have that a little bit toward the end, especially since at that point I should be in pretty decent shape. So right here we start from Ames, going through Marshalltown, Waterloo, and then dropping down Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Muscatine, and Davenport. I hope to stay in Davenport maybe a couple days, just because I need to restock food for this trail here. Maybe it's just one day, but I definitely need to restock on the food, because along this trail there is not many towns. Then here we switch to another trail on a different canal going all the way to Chicago. Chicago will be a little bit tricky. It's all trails still, so it's really nice to go through it, but the problem is you're in a city, so there's no easy way to just camp along the trail. So I'll have to see if I stay in a hotel, maybe catch a warm shower host or so, and something to determine once I get there or closer to it. The one part about staying overnight, I haven't planned any overnight stays besides the very first one, and the reason for that is I don't want to hit Marshalltown right away at my first day, because then I have to find a place to camp in Marshalltown. It's easier to be outside of town, and from prior experience that will be pretty much a day's ride to Marshalltown. Beyond that, it's basically however far I get, I need then to decide where I want to stay, how I want to stay, and so on. And that's going to be figured out on the trail. I'm definitely not the first one to do that kind of a riding, so it should be possible. Again, after Chicago, we're going to go down here. There are some trails, not canal trails, but other trails, and definitely some roads as well. Gonna go through Dayton. Hamvention is not gonna go on, so I don't have to stop very long in Dayton. And then keep on going Columbus. Yeah, about right here is where was the Discover America Trail? I'm deviating from the Discover America Trail because it goes through the mountains down here, and it becomes routes that are just hiking path, and it just wasn't quite good for biking. So I'm going further north here to Pittsburgh, and the reason for Pittsburgh is I really wanted to take the C&O and Gap Canal trails all the way to DC. I did visit DC before, and I know the trails right around DC area. That was pretty nice trails, and that's kind of also a little bit the desire to do those trails, because I was riding in DC and saw like these C&O and the Gap trail going all the way out there. It was tempting, but yeah, I wasn't on a bike tour or anything like that. I was just visiting DC with a folding bike and was riding all the sites there. Once I'm in DC, I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna get back. The couple reasons. The first reason is my trip doesn't have a time constraint. That's really, really, really awesome, because I can take as much time as I want to. There's no definite time constraint when I need to be back. There's a slight things that I would have to reschedule if I do take longer, but that would be possible. So if I find something cool along the way, I might be spending a little bit more time at that location or deviate from my route or so, depending on what's coming up. I really want to make this trip not a point A to point B ride as fast as possible to achieve that also, but I want the experience of the ride itself and seeing cool things. And definitely if I meet some cool people, I'm gonna spend time with them as well if I can. Oh yeah, and then so once I'm in DC, I will have to decide how to go back. One option would be just to fly back. Have to figure out how I get all of the bags and the bike into the airplane, but flown before, so it's definitely possible. Depending on if I could apply some frequent flyer miles, how much luggage will cost, who knows how much that's gonna turn out to be. The other option, which is quite reasonable, is just renting a car, throw the bike and gear into the car and drive back, because that would be quite simple, might be even cheaper than flying with all the bag fees and stuff like that. Another option is to ride the bike back to Pittsburgh if I still feel like riding Pittsburgh, and then renting maybe there a car and driving back if I really liked the canal. Or if I really like biking more, I could adventure around a little bit more. I don't know which direction, if I wanted to go through New York or not, or just up there. Possibility might be able to go around one of those lakes here and enter a little bit into Canada. I don't know if it's good to come through Detroit here and then go down south of Chicago or something like that. It's all options that are definitely open. One big thing that I need to ask is my rear end. Does that really want to continue sitting on that saddle? The same with my legs. And so basically, am I in a physical shape? Am I still mentally interested in keeping going? And of course, I'm gonna check with the family what's going on there. That might also be a thing, probably depending on when I get there too. Yeah, definitely weather is another thing. So if it really drags out a long time, then eventually it gets cold enough that I need to gear up my weather gear or just stop riding altogether. So if you should be on this route here and you're able to host me for overnight, definitely feel free to contact me. Also, if you're a ham radio operator and want to go along the route for POTA activations and I'm nearby, definitely contact me as well, and maybe we can do a POTA activation together, because I would be excited to operate a radio on my trip as well and also get to meet you. Just reach out, send me a message or so, and I'm trying to get a hold of you then. Did some training rides. You saw the Raccoon River Trail ride. That's 2 nighters where I wild camped and semi-wild camped, I guess. It should have been a campground, but it was closed. So let's talk about the equipment that I have. So first of all, you notice the camera here. That's the Action 4 camera. I decided not to buy the Action 5 because that was more expensive, and I thought I entered a little bit cheaper. Got also a selfie stick here that extends a little bit that I'm holding right now. And with the camera, I also got the DJI Mic Mini here. Still trying to learn everything. I forgot the magnet, so that pulls my shirt down extremely here. Definitely probably not the greatest looking. Another item that I try out, it's not new, it's this mirror here. We got that like ages ago, like decades ago, and I never really got great warmer about mirrors, so I'm gonna give it a shot again to see if that benefits me at all. Before I was just always riding without mirror. If I needed to see, I turned my head around, checked there, and otherwise put trust into cars that they don't hit me. I mean, if I see in the mirror that the car is hitting me, what should I do? I mean, by the time you know it, it's too late anyway. So I'll find out if I like that or not. Another thing is, it definitely needs a little getting used to, because there's like this little square that you don't have, and if you switch over to the mirror you kind of have to refocus. It's a small area. Probably an external mirror on the handlebar would be better if I would buy something. That's probably what I would try to. The only problem with my bike is, if you're looking over here, I have drop bars, the old style with the shifter right at the end, so you cannot add the mirror on the end. And the drop bar is kind of designed so you can grab in a lot of places, so you have to really find a place where you wouldn't put your hands on, that doesn't go in the way. And you probably noticed this here, that umbrella beauty thing. So this summer I've been with my family in China, and all the scooters there have this phone holder with the umbrella, and I found it so cute that I gave it a try here and ordered that from AliExpress. It's like $6 something, like less than $7, this whole outfit there. It's a little umbrella. If you go ahead and see there, it's the real style, so you could collapse it if you want to. It's attached to the phone holder here, which is attached right here to the handlebar. It's like a massive thing. The quality looks somewhat okay. I mean, who knows? Right here, the size of the holder barely fits my phone. I mean, I have the OtterBox on my phone, so with one hand I cannot do that. But yeah, I pretty much just shove it right in there and it holds. So normally, let me take the phone out and then I can show you here. Normally it's okay, I got it. So normally you push these two buttons together, then you slide your phone in and push it down, and these clamps come and close and hold the phone in place. Then if you need to remove the phone, you just press these two bars and it opens up again. Just my phone is so humongous that I need to really shove it in here, and then I push it down a little bit. So this phone here is the Galaxy, what was it, S24 Plus was that. Another thing that I added to the bike is right here, these little baggies. The main reason for that is so I can put the camera right in here with the handle and take it out again. And I just added the second one where I can put junk in it. I don't know what yet. The final one is right here. This little device here is an alarm. So when you shake the bike, the alarm should go off. You have a key fob that you enable it and disable it. I don't have the key fob with me right now. But the idea on that alarm is to set it, enable it when you go just in a store right next. And then if somebody messes around with your bike, you hear it right away that that's happening and you can run out of the store. I don't know if it's gonna help or not. Mainly it's probably just for me to feel better about it, and that's already something. So anyway, if you're interested in my ride from Iowa to DC, don't forget to subscribe and maybe like also the video here. And hello, good morning. And then we'll see you on the road. See you, bye bye.